Alright, we're live from EDMBoutique.com. This is Chris, we're Peking Duk.
So what's the first question?
First question is...
This is Chris, and he's Peking Duk. Welcome back. Welcome back to the television.
We've all been fucking talking about this. This is Peking.
Everyone does it in America. They all go to like Chinese restaurants. They order Peking Duk, and they're like, everyone's fine with it. But
Americans have a twisted philosophy, and I'm into it. The word literally
does not mean literally.
In the American dictionary, they changed it. So it
minute can mean a month.
A minute. I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. I just been out here vaping in LA, bro. Oh, literally, bro. I haven't seen you in a minute. Well, actually, I saw you 3 years ago, so that's not literally a minute.
That's not literal in the slightest, and it's definitely not a minute. That's the way to get a girl real quick. You just get a dab of the tequila. Go.
I like it. I like it. It's the fresh cologne. It's the fresh cologne.
That's it, man. It's that fresh agave on the neck.
I'm really dripping off my neck right now, aren't I?
Yeah, dude. And you'll have the girls dripping everywhere. Yummy.
So my first question will be, where did the name come from?
Okay. We used to, probably shouldn't say that. We used to party real hard.
We were young, we partied, and we used to...
We sold things which
we used to sell beers. We used to sell beers to our friends.
We used to sell beers to our friends.
But sometimes, if you're giving your friends beers, you want to have some beers. So every time, if you have too many beers...
Yeah.
So pretty much you and your mates and every bloke in town is on the beers every Friday and Saturday.
But when you start picking a little bit too much, sometimes you're having that much of a good time that you go...
You'd be peeking
like
real hard.
Like this.
And you start peeking with a duck. Peeking with the duck. Face gone.
Look at this. That looks like a duck.
Yeah.
He's peeking.
And that was something we'd say to our friends. We'd be like, whoa, look at Dave. Dave is peeking hard. And then someone would go, no, bro. He's peeking harder than hard. He's peeking duck.
He peeked too hard. Rest in peace, Dave.
When it like the face changes too. So when you're peeking and then your face is changing, that's when you're peeking duck. And that was just a saying when we used to go to nightclubs amongst our friends. So it just became a thing, and then by the time we had a song ready to put on iTunes, we're like, fuck, we need a name. And we're like, well, I guess Peking Duk, because it sounded like just straight up nightclub music.
Yeah, for sure.
And so we're like, yeah, sick, done. So and then by the time we had a second song ready, we were like, fuck, we can't change the name. Now we're starting to get gigs. We're starting to play in Sydney, we're playing in Melbourne, we're like playing in the big smokes of Australia.
So like, what's the difference between like playing shows in Australia? We know you guys have like really legendary clubs over there. What's the difference between playing in Australia or somewhere in the States?
The scene in general is stronger here, but for us,
the main difference is we have a fucking massive following in Australia.
We've got a good following back home. So.
Over here we don't. The main difference is numbers on the board.
Numbers on the board?
Yeah.
So,
but in general, the clubbing scene and the love for nightclubs, for
music,
EDM, dare I say it, is huge here. At
the same time,
in Australia, there's the clubbing scene. I think it's on the rise.
The main thing is you can play a show to 10 people. The energy's there, the vibe is there, everything feels right. That's better than playing to 1 million people and there's no vibe. So some of the shows on this tour, we've in Buffalo, New York. There was just weird places in America that we'd never go to.
Buffalo, New York.
You guys played a show in Buffalo?
Fuck yeah, dude. And it was sick.
And it was sick. Only
Buffalo reaches the fuck out.
I swear
Buffalo,
to God, only
Buffalo reaches the fuck out.
He goes to Buffalo every weekend and fucks a bunch of bad bitches.
Yeah.
Yo, Buffalo does reach out. I'm real talk.
All of his main hoes are in Buffalo.
No, but it was a small show, a real small show, but it was one of the highlights. It was one of the
energy. It's all about energy,
More energy.
More energy. More energy.
So do you guys
more energy?
What do you think about the difference between clubs and festivals?
Totally different right here for us right now. Last year when we were in America, we didn't play any hard ticket shows. We only played clubs that are busy every week, or festivals. We got to do Coachella, Lollapalooza. We got to do a bunch of sick festivals, And the people that went to those festivals were the people that came to our hard ticket tour this year and this year round. And this tour, every single person we spoke to was like, oh, I saw you at Electric Forest, or I saw you at Squamish in Canada, or saw you at Lola, saw you at Coachella, saw you maybe at Tomorrow World. And so the festivals give you that exposure where people get to see, like for us especially, when we don't have songs on radio. So the people that have seen us at these festivals, they're the people coming to our ticketed shows. But when you say clubs, that's a tough call. Some clubs are just busy every week and just have a different person playing.
Yeah.
They're not the clubs we're, ever looking to aspire to play at.
Yeah.
We're stoked we got to do a hard ticket tour, but it was mostly full of people. I'd say 9 out of 10 tickets bought on this tour were tickets bought by people that saw us.
For sure. I don't know, it depends. Like when we started DJing in Australia, we'd go into clubs, no one would know who we are at all. And we'd get a name from playing in those clubs. Well, obviously it's different in America because now we're coming over and trying to, do something a little different, but we got our name in Australia from clubs.
Yeah, the clubs definitely.
We got our name in America from festivals, we got our name in Australia from clubs.
We were still playing to fairly empty clubs until radio picked us up in Australia, so maybe that is a bigger cause to why shit popped in Australia, and then we started getting booked for more festivals over there. But it's definitely good food for thought.
Yeah. Are there any cities that you guys have heard about that really rage really hard that you're excited to hit during your tour?
The best place we played in America is probably,
I don't know, maybe Phoenix. Well, that was a festival.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was 15,000 people.
And it was with our brothers Jaws.
Bananas.
Jaws and Waxy were there, and it was
Wax My Teeth.
It was like a family occasion.
Yeah, no, I feel that. We were actually with Jaws 2 nights ago. It was really, really dope. He came to Philly.
He's a good lad.
Obviously.
Yeah, we walked past the venue that he played at on our way to gyms.
Oh, on your way to gyms.
On
Okay,
South Road, baby.
So tell me about your Philly
South
experience.
Street.
Tell me about your Philly experience.
Fuck.
Tell me about your Philly experience. How was it? How was it today, you guys?
But what we did do, we got
in.
I met a very lovely lady.
He met a very lovely lady. He met a lady.
And got in after the fucking 3-hour transit, which could have been quicker. But it sort of made it fun. It made it like a bit of a novelty.
Yeah.
We got in and we go, hey, you know what we need to do? Get a cheesesteak. To cut a long story short, we went to Jim's, ate a massive thing, a fucking big banger, cheesesteak. What is it, whiz and wit?
Yeah, whiz and wit.
And then we just sat there.
That is definitely the question. Did you guys, okay, what did you guys order?
Whiz and wit with peppers and some pizza sauce.
Pizza sauce, and we chucked on chili oil.
And then I sat down
because we
there.
saw the chili oil. And and we realized
that's really ballsy.
That's not at all.
That's really ballsy. I like the move, but
it was weak. The chili oil was weak.
No, it was perfect.
No, it was good. It was good.
It was just perfect.
It could have been hotter. Anyway, well, the story is
we're really tough. By the way,
we were sitting on the bowl taking
if
shits for hours. We've just been shitting ever since the gig.
Yeah,
I'm actually shitting my pants as I talk to you right now. Don't mind the stench.
Or as you say, squashing frogs.
Don't mind the stench, baby. It's just a bit of that good old-fashioned Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, that's right. Second question.
What's coming out? What's in the future that we want to get to you guys?
We've been working on a whole album. We've been working on heaps of music.
Yeah,
right now, we spent a lot of time in New York perfecting the next single because we wanted to make it perfect.
So what's the studio like? Is the studio Clown Town? I love it.
It actually is.
Is the studio Clown Town?
Yeah, that studio's good. We've been focusing. We've been working on a lot of music.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's heaps of tunes.
A lot of music, and we're just trying to make sure the next song is perfect because we've got a fucking onslaught of a bunch of different flavors of music.
The problem is we think too much, and we put out a song once every 3 years.
No, we don't think too much.
Okay, so the point of the story is,